What's up, guys? How's everyone doing today? This is Lesky. Hope you're grinding the new game if you got the Ultimate Edition and have the early access, or if you're waiting patiently for the Standard Edition to come out. Don't worry, this video will be great to watch before you get your hands on the game. We're going to be looking at all the playstyles and playstyle pluses in EAFC 24. EA posted a playstyle guide on their website giving us more information on these playstyles than there is in the game. And then there's also some picture and video visuals on some of these playstyles so we can compare the playstyle to what it looks like without the playstyle and just see the difference and how much it actually affects that certain action. So it's going to be beneficial to be knowledgeable about these playstyles when you start playing this game. Whether you're playing clubs, ultimate team, career mode, offline game mode, whatever it is, playstyles are going to have a big impact because they're one of the biggest changes in FC24 compared to FIFA 23. It's in all the game modes and it's going to have a big difference on gameplay. So you do need to know what these playstyles do. Now let's get started by taking a look at the scoring playstyles. The first one we have is Power Shot. Power Shot was a brand new shot last year in FIFA 23 where you held the bumpers down and pressed the shoot button for a long winding power shot where it's an absolute rocket, a bullet of a shot. But the downside was the animation speed, the actual time it took to make contact with the ball. A lot of times you'd get the ball stolen from you or the shot blocked because of the long animation in Power Shot. With this Power Shot playstyle this year, I think it's actually going to be very good because we all know if you did take power shots last year, it's solid if you can actually get it off. The power shot reduces the time to contact with ball for power shots, increase ball travel speed for power shots, and then Power Shot Plus says lower elevation for high-powered shots is what that does. And then I believe Power Shot Plus obviously does the first two things above that, if not even better and more improved than the normal Power Shot playstyle. So they have a video for us that we can look at comparing no playstyle, doing a power shot with no playstyle, and then just looking at the playstyle plus, the Power Shot Plus. You can definitely tell the wind-up animation is not nearly as long. It almost just looks kind of like a normal shot. So I think it's going to be very good, mostly because of the shortened animation time in the Power Shot. Next, we have Dead Ball, and what this will do is help with your set pieces. If you want to be a free kick specialist, this is what to go for. So Dead Ball, longer preview line for free kicks and corners. As you can see, the no play style, the line goes about to like right here. With the normal Dead Ball, it goes about to the shoulders from what I can see. And then the Dead Ball Plus, the line is even longer. I can see it go and hit that target right there. So it's pretty much going in the goal and showing you where the ball will travel. The next thing is increased curve for free kicks and corners, which is nice. Just add more whip to your deliveries. Increased shot power for free kicks and corners. That's great. And then increased accuracy for free kicks and corners. So it's going to help your power, your accuracy, your curve, and then it's going to make it even easier for you to aim those set pieces. So this will be great if you're trying to be a set piece specialist in clubs, or if you're just using somebody and have someone on your team with a dead ball, you might actually be able to score off some set pieces or free kicks. The chip shot playstyle will increase your accuracy for chip shots, reduce the time to contact with the ball for chip shots. And I noticed that's actually pretty common for a lot of playstyles, whether it be like passing, dribbling, or shooting. It reduces time to contact exactly like the power shot playstyle we looked at first. And that's going to be very helpful just to get your shot off quicker so the keeper doesn't close you out, block the ball, or a defender chop you down and block your shot. More driven arc trajectories allowing for high-powered chip shots to remain on target. So basically just overall improvement to the chip shot playstyle will be nice, especially if you got some pace on your build where you can get into a lot of one-on-one situations and then they rush out the keeper. The chip shot should be deadly. Finesse shot is most likely going to be one of the best play styles, or at least for scoring play styles. What it does is it increases your accuracy for finesse shots, reduce time to contact. You'll see that a lot, as I was saying. high powered finesse shots are less likely to go over the goal. So you can really power up your finesses and you don't have to worry too much about them just like ballooning over the goal. You'll really have some whip on those finesse shots. The last scoring play style is power header, and this one's going to be great for your target man striker. Got some size, and especially if you have the aerial physical play style in combination with power header, so you can actually make contact. So what it'll do is it increase ball speed on headers, increase accuracy for headers. High powered headers are less likely to go over the target, which is great. I like the sound of that. I know a lot of people, even me, I like to power up my headers a lot over the past few years, but sometimes it'll just go over the goal and you really can't do much about it. But with the power header, it should reduce that and you should feel a little bit more comfortable adding more power onto your headers. And then it'll give you unique powerful header animations. And let's take a look. So with no play style, and then with the Playstyle Plus, it's an absolute bullet header. I'm not going to lie. It's definitely going to help just to overpower the keepers, not giving them time to react and make the save. Or even if they do get their hand on the ball, sometimes it'll just bounce off their hands and go in the net because it's just too powerful. I've now moved on over to the passing playstyles. And the first one is incisive pass. So what this does is reduces time to contact with ball for through passes, increased ball backspin to be easier to control for the receiver and avoid overhitting the pass location, increase the accuracy of through passes. And then incisive pass plus says pass trajectories are more likely to avoid opposition players. And I don't think I mentioned this. For the ones that don't like mention the plus, like what it actually does, I believe if it doesn't mention that, it's just meaning the plus is going to improve whatever it said before. It's going to make this even faster or even better or whatever it may be. So I just wanted to point that out. So incisive pass looks like it's going to be great for the new precision passes like the RBY for Xbox, R1 triangle for PlayStation. The new precision passes where you can see the line exactly basically where you're passing the ball. And then also the other precision pass is RBX, the lob precision, and that is R1 square on PlayStation. So it's going to help for that. And then I believe also through passes, but I'm not sure if that'll help for through balls in the air because it doesn't say lob through passes. And once we get to the long ball pass, it actually says it increases the lob through passes, which we'll see shortly, and you kind of see what I'm talking about. But this one I think is going to be one of the best passing play styles. The precision passes seem very useful, and then just helping the accuracy of your through passes is going to be great. The next one we have is pinged pass, and this one I believe mostly what it's going to do is just going to add more power to your ground passes. You're pinging it across the floor. That's what I like to say when I'm hitting a hard pass. I'm going to ping it to you. What it does is increase speed for non-first time ground passes, increase pass quality, allowing pass receiver to have increased ball trapping control, kind of similar to an incisive pass, increased accuracy on driven passes. So that's the RBA, R1, X for PlayStation, and then reduce time to contact with ball for driven ground passes. And then they have a video. So they're comparing the plus to the no play style. I wish they would on all these give us a comparison of just the normal play style too, so we could look at it. I'm going to look at that one more time. You should see that the ball travels a lot faster to the player. And it should be easier to control for the top player as well. Long ball pass is what I was talking about. So this one will help for your X passes, just the lob passes across the field, and then I believe the lob through balls, so like the LBYs. But I'm not sure if that is just the long ball play style that will help for that, or also the long ball plus. Because right here at the bottom it says long ball plus, increased driven trajectory for lobbed through passes, and then everything else above that it just mentions lob passes. It doesn't mention through balls at all, so that's a little confusing. And on clubs I actually have the play styles pulled up, And for long ball, it says lob and lofted through passes are more accurate, travel faster, and are more difficult to intercept. But it doesn't mention anything about through balls, through passes, other than the long ball pass plus. So that's a little confusing to me, but I think it will help for your LBYs, even if you just have the normal long ball. Tiki taka, increased accuracy for short ground passes, contextual back heel animations if beneficial. So that means it'll just do like automatic back heel passes for you if it's appropriate. Reduce time to contact with the ball for ground passes, similar to all the other play styles. And increased pass quality, allowing pass receiver to have increased ball trapping control. Geez, I cannot read, guys. Sorry about that. So a lot of these passing play styles do similar things. They're just only doing them on that certain type of pass. Whipped pass is the crossing play style. You're whipping a cross in. So this is just going to greatly improve your crossing ability. Reduce time to contact with ball for crosses, increased ball speed for crosses, increased accuracy for crosses, increased curve. Crosses have a more driven trajectory. And then whipped pass plus reduces the cross height. As you can see, with the plus compared to the normal, you can see they're a lot more accurate, and they don't look as looping. They'll definitely be a little bit more driven and lower crosses, so the keeper can't just come out and catch the cross. We're now on to the ball control play styles. First touch increases the ability to control when receiving the ball, and you get unique ball trapping animation. So this one, it looks like they actually have the no play style, first touch, and then first touch plus. All right, that guy's touch was garbage. And then you can see the ball travels a little further with just the normal first touch, but with the plus, it's a straight up magnet. Exactly what the picture shows, or at least with this example, you have an absolute magnet touch. And I have tried this in clubs, and I do feel like I notice it, but sometimes I almost felt like in certain situations, my touch was so good that the ball was under my body, and it was kind of awkward because I didn't have like the ball out in front of me. My first touch wasn't out in front to where I could like set up a shot or something. It was just kind of awkward in some situations. I don't know if that was just the gameplay in general, just happened, just coincidence that I had first touch plus, or if it's first touch plus causing that to just trap the ball like right under my body. I believe this flare playstyle is pretty much like the flare trait that we all know from the past FIFAs. What this does, gives you access to unique flare animations and increases your accuracy of flare action. So whether that be a flare touch, a flare pass, or a flare shot, it's going to increase all of that stuff. So no play style with the flare plus. You just do a Rabona pass with the flare plus. That's how you activate that. I believe if you just have the normal flare, you'll probably still be able to do a Rabona, but I don't know. I don't know how much better the flare plus will be compared to just the normal flare. It doesn't really tell us. I guess maybe it just activates flare animations more, and your flare passes and shots are even more accurate. That's what I would assume. Press Proven is a playstyle that I think I'm going to like a lot this year. It seems like it'll be great for a bunch of different positions and like scenarios. Whether you are like a smaller cam that just doesn't have a lot of strength, Press Proven will help you just battle off the players that are a little stronger than you, giving you better shield animations, making you stronger. It says it increases your strength while shielding, increases accuracy for off-balance ball touches, which sounds pretty interesting, increased shield effectiveness with the ball, faster shield dribbling animations, which is actually pretty cool. It's one of the main problems I have when I'm trying to shield people like a lot, and like keep shielding and dribbling. The shield to dribble is just not very fast at all. So that'll actually improve that, and maybe you can just keep shielding people like down the line or down the end line, like once you have the inside on them and they're trying to chop you down and get back on goal side of you. You might be able to prevent them from doing that because you just have the improved dribbling speed when shielding, and then also just more strength and better shielding effectiveness. Then it also increases your controlled touches when dribbling, which I don't know what that really means. Just your control in general with whatever type of dribbling, I guess, is what that's saying. But this one seems like it's going to be a great play style. So right here, looks like it could be a good example as like a midfielder holding off pressure from other midfielders or defenders trying to take the ball off of you. I think it'll be great as a midfielder, possibly a cam, as I was saying, a winger, or even like a bigger guy, like a striker or a bigger midfielder where you have a big body. You're already going to be good at shielding with a lot of strength. And then you add press proven, you're even more of a beast when it comes to physical interactions on the ball. This next play style, I fear, will be one of the meta play styles, and that's mostly because it'll improve your dribbling and also improve your speed while dribbling. Rapid gives you the ability to retain top speed for longer while sprint dribbling, which will be extremely good, especially for like wingers and strikers that are trying to get in behind the defense. It'll just be even easier for them. Increased accuracy on knock-ons and sprint dribbling. Reduced time to contact the ball when sprint dribbling. So looking at the video, it shows a no play style at the top, rapid plus in the middle, and then rapid at the bottom. And you see that rapid plus ends up further ahead than the others. Let me look at this one more time. So yeah, you can definitely tell rapid's the normal rapid is a little further along than the non-play style, but then rapid plus is absolutely cooking both. Next is technical, and this one will be very good in my opinion if you are actually utilizing the new controlled sprint dribble, which is holding RB when dribbling on Xbox or holding R1 on PlayStation. So you're basically dribbling and sprinting with this RB. It's almost like you almost kind of think of it as like another way of sprinting, but you have more controlled touches. The ball's not as far away from your feet compared to just normal sprinting. You're not going as fast as normal sprinting. You're going slower, but you are going faster compared to if you were just going to left stick and not sprint. And you basically have the same like ball control. So it's actually going to be very good in my opinion if you utilize the new controlled sprint dribble, which I think you should because it's going to be meta in my opinion, especially if you have technical or technical plus on. So what it'll do is reduce the time to contact the ball on jog dribbling turns, which seems very good. Increased max controlled sprint speed, which is what I was talking about, the R1, RB button. Increased awareness of players in their immediate surroundings. There's not like a playstyle that seems to do something like this, or at least from what I've read so far. So that is very unique, and I don't know what that really does. Maybe that's kind of like increasing their composure or something. Increased accuracy on controlled sprint. So it's increasing the accuracy and increasing your max speed of the controlled sprint. And then reduced time to contact the ball when controlled sprinting. Like I said, I think this playstyle is going to be very good, as well as the new controlled sprint is going to be meta. So looking at the video, it's got all three comparing, and you'll see the technical. You're going really fast. So as I was saying, you're not going as fast as a normal sprint, but you are definitely going faster than just a left stick dribble without sprinting, and you pretty much have the same ball control. You have very good ball control. Like the ball's not going away from your feet at all. You're basically Messi going full speed with the ball just glued to your foot. Trickster is the final ball control playstyle we're looking at. And giving y'all my honest opinion, I really hate this playstyle. If y'all have seen my videos and watched me play clubs, y'all know that I am a big skiller. I love using 5-star skills. I pretty much know like every skill move in the game. And I'm just a big fan of it. And that's like the main reason I play FIFA, EAFC. That's how I have the most fun, is learning skill moves and just skilling on people. I find that very fun. But Trickster really just annoys me because of the new button that you get, the new skill button, I guess you say. The right stick, or R3 on PlayStation, I believe is what it's called. You just click it down basically, and you have like some flick up crazy flare animation like your Neymar or Ronaldinho, and it really just annoys me because it honestly takes no skill. You just click the right stick down and it does some insane flick up skill for you. There's also some other like controls you do to perform some other trickster skill moves, but those aren't going to be as beneficial compared to this one where you just click the R3 and it does some random flick up for you. So watching this video, I don't think it's going to show all the different types of animations, but it's going to do stuff like this, which is absolutely crazy to me. And the weirdest thing is in clubs and even Ultimate Team, I'm pretty sure there's players with like 3-star skills, 4-star skills that it has Trickster, not Trickster Plus, but at least just has the normal Trickster where you can still do the flick ups, which doesn't really make sense to me. So in clubs, you could actually have Trickster Plus on with 3-star skills, and you could be doing these crazy flick ups. It just doesn't make sense. I really don't like this one at all because it's basically telling people, hey, you don't even need to learn how to do certain skill moves. Just click this button and it'll do a crazy flick up for you. But I know some of the flick up animations actually aren't real skill moves, so you kind of have to click that button to do some of those certain animations. But still, I think it's really weird. I don't know. Let me know what y'all think of it. So what it does, unique ball rolls from standing position with L2, R2, or LT, RT. Unique flicks with R3 and then LS. So you basically click the right stick down and then point your left stick whichever way you want to do the flick, and it'll do some crazy animation. Trickster Plus will give you more unique flick animations if you hold the left trigger while clicking the right stick down. It'll also increase animation speed of strafe dribbling, which actually seems pretty good. That is the LB or L1 dribbling, so it'll increase the speed of that. And then Trickster Plus will give you unique flare animations, unique flare animation with the left trigger fake shot. I believe it's one of the first things they show in this video. This right here, the little ball catch. I think that's the standing fake shot, but not sure. But yeah, as you can tell, I just really am not a fan of this one. Moving on to the defensive playstyles, the first one they have for us is block. Increases your user-controlled player's blocking distance, increased distance for close manually requested blocks, and reduced time to contact for manually requested blocks. And I guess by requesting a block, they mean X when someone's about to shoot, or B. I believe you press X or B to request a block shot when they're about to take a shot, I think is what that is saying. So without the non-play style, it shows this guy's not able to block the shot. And then with the plus, he just puts his body on the line, actually is able to block it straight up with his foot, which is honestly kind of incredible. So that's a great block, and I do think this won't be my favorite defensive play style, but I think it could be extremely annoying if you play like a few center backs with it on, just blocking every single one of your shots. The next one is Bruiser. Increased physicality when performing physical challenges, and I'm going to like this one a lot. I love just bodying people, especially with the new advanced defending setting they have, where you can now press A to trigger the seal out or like shoulder barge challenge to body people. It's 2 separate buttons, so you don't just have to press B to body people and stand tackle. They're completely separate buttons now, which will make the Bruiser playstyle even more beneficial because you can just like spam the A button if you have Bruiser or Bruiser Plus and just be grabbing all over them, shoulder them, and bumping them, and you're gonna win those 50-50 challenges almost every time if you have Bruiser Plus. So the video, let's look at this again. No playstyle. Our guy gets bodied to the floor by the dribbler. With the plus, we body him. The guy doesn't fall to the floor, but he stumbles, has no balance, and then we get possession of the ball. Intercept will increase your ball control when intercepting. So when you actually do get your foot on the ball for an interception, the ball control will be increased. So the ball hopefully won't just bounce off your foot and go back to the opponent. You'll actually keep possession of the ball. and then it'll give you the ability to perform slide interceptions. Looking at the video, no play style. The dude doesn't even attempt to try and intercept the ball going right past him. And then with the intercept plus, the guy gets like a telescopic leg and is able to reach out and get a touch on the ball. I think jockey will be one of the best defensive playstyles. It increases your sprint jockey max speed and increases transition speed from sprint jockey to sprint. So in order to jockey, you have to hold left trigger while on defense. But for the sprint jockey, you need to also hold the right trigger. So looking at this video, at the bottom, you'll see somebody without the play style. And then at the top is the playstyle plus. You're much faster when jockeying. The guy at the bottom isn't able to keep pace with the dribbler, but at the top he is, and he's able to cut him off and actually win possession of the ball. So the extra pace when jockeying is definitely going to make a difference, and especially this transition speed will also help a lot. Slide tackle is one that actually sounds a lot of fun, and I'm excited to give it a try, especially the slide tackle plus. So what it does is new stop ball slide tackles that aim to keep the ball close to the tackler. I hate when I'm going in for like a great tackle and the ball just like flies out of bounds or goes off someone and just ends up going to the other team. So hopefully it'll reduce that and you can keep possession of the ball with these new slide tackle animations. And then slide tackle plus, contextually use hard slide animations when using regular slide tackle for improved responsiveness. So looking at the example, no play style, go for the tackle, but as you can see, the ball ends up going right to the other player, the other attacker. But with the plus, you have kind of like a sweeping leg animation, and you're able to keep the ball very close to you after you make contact. Anticipate is all about these stand tackles. I think this will be one of the better defensive play styles because stand tackles are so common. New stop ball stand tackles that aim to keep the ball closer to the tackler. It's pretty much giving you the same type of benefits as slide tackle. Increased tackle accuracy, increased the max distance the ball can travel following a tackle. So looking at the video, no play style, he makes the tackle, but again, the ball just goes too far and ends up going to the midfielder behind that player. But with the Anticipate Plus, the ball is basically just like right under your body when you steal it, which will help a ton, especially like winning the ball in the midfield as like a CDM or center mid, and then instantly hitting on the counter and taking advantage of winning that tackle. We're finally on to the last playstyle section, which is physical. And the first one we're looking at is acrobatic. Unique acrobatic kick animations and increased accuracy for acrobatic kicks. And this is just going to help your volleys in general, I think, because in game it mentions volleys, but for some reason they don't mention volleys here at all. I really am not too sure why. But in game, I can read y'all the acrobat play style. What it says: performs volleys with improved accuracy and has access to acrobatic volley animations. So looking at this video with the acrobatic plus, he does like a cleats up volley, kind of like Ibra or Holland has done before. And I have tried the normal acrobat playstyle in clubs, and I did score a very solid bicycle kick off of a corner. And I think this is going to be a great playstyle. Even though it's under the physical section, it's kind of like a shooting or scoring playstyle. It's a little bit of both, basically. The aerial playstyle is going to be for anyone who wants to be a beast in the air, whether it be a center back, winning those 50-50 aerial challenges and clearing the ball out, or being a striker and trying to get your head on the ball to score a header. So it'll give you unique higher jumping animations, increase max running jump height to be closer to max stand jump height, increased accuracy and capability when performing an air shield trap. The video, see what they have for us. He's not able to win the header. The defender clears it out, but with the plus, he's able to just climb on top of his shoulders and just header that thing in the goal. And like I was saying, if you have aerial as a striker in combination with the bull play style, once you get your head on the ball your headers will be a bullet and you should be able to score a ton of headers. Those are going to be a great combo to have. Trivela might be my favorite play style so far. They added Trivela or outside the foot passes and shots last year where you could actually trigger them yourself by holding the left trigger down. And it's the same this year if you have the Trivela playstyle. And I would do that all the time. Trivela passes, Trivela shots. So I am going to be using this a lot on my builds. And it's a physical playstyle, but it's kind of like a passing playstyle and shooting playstyle mix because it basically gives you the outside foot shot trait when shooting. It's almost like a finesse shot basically, but you're doing it with the outside of your foot. So think of it a little bit as like a shooting and passing playstyle because it will help for both of those. And what it'll do is contextual Trivela kicks when beneficial. So it'll automatically do Trivela passes or shots for you. So you hold the left trigger to trigger a Trivela manually, but sometimes it will do Trivelas automatically for you. Increased accuracy on Trivela passes, and then unique high power and high curve trajectory animations. The video, let's take a look. No play style. He's not able to do a Trivela pass. It gets intercepted. With the Playstyle Plus, you kind of hit that outside foot pass animation, and then you're able to curl it around the defender perfectly to the runner going in behind. If you've always been a pro clubs player that likes to just run around all over the pitch and just cover ground and just be annoying, be on defense and on offense, and just get in the other team's face, then Relentless will probably be a great playstyle for you. Increases halftime stamina replenishment, reduced secondary contain cooldown, increased secondary contain duration, reduced partial team press cooldown, and increased partial team press duration. I did not know it did all this stuff. So a lot of times over the past years, if you activate like a team press tactic, your team stamina will drain drastically. But with Relentless, it should not drain nearly as much, and you should be good to go for most of the game. Like if you have a player with Relentless or even Relentless Plus, like an Ultimate Team or something, you probably won't really need to sub them out ever unless you have them like going up and down the field a bunch, then you might have to. Quick Step is the other playstyle I'm worried about along with Rapid. Just thinking they might be a little too powerful. So Quick Step, it increases explosive sprint speed. So that's every time you're basically just holding down the right trigger down fully and you just want to sprint instantly. It'll increase that. Reduced explosive sprint activation angle requirement. Interesting. Quick Step Plus, it actually says it does 3 things. Increased explosive sprint duration, reduced explosive sprint cooldown. Wow, that's going to be beneficial because there is a cooldown with the explosive sprint. You can't just do it every single time you sprint. And then it increases the transition time from explosive sprint speed to regular sprint speed. Looking at this example, Quick Step, the one at the bottom, the Quick Step Plus should definitely beat these guys by a good amount. Quick Step, the normal Quick Step doesn't really seem that much faster than the without the playstyle, but it definitely is a little bit quicker. As you can see, the Quick Step Plus looks very good, and I fear it's going to be meta, especially in clubs. I think most people are going to have Quick Step Plus on, or at least just Quick Step on their build. I probably will have Quick Step on a lot of my builds. Quick Step Plus seems like it's going to be very good and even rapid. But Quick Step, you don't even need to have the ball. Right here, they show an example of you dribbling with the ball, but you'll also activate it when you're on defense and you're just literally sprinting. Every time you hit that sprint button, and if the explosive sprint cooldown is available, you'll have it activated. So it could be really good on center backs or CDMs just to have that little quick step to like get into the attacker and win the ball. The final play style is long throw, and I do think this will probably be the most underused play style along with dead ball, but I think dead ball will actually be used even more. But it could be pretty good, and you can take advantage of it. With the long throw plus especially, you have a very long throw. It's the giant throw-in trait from past years. assuming. And you can definitely score some goals off of it, especially in pro clubs like my club's done the past couple of years. We've tested out the giant throw-in, and we have scored a few times directly off of throw-ins where you can just kind of throw it in the box right here, have a big dude or two in the box, and you can just head it or volley it straight in, and it can be a way to score some goals. I'm not too sure how it'll work. Say you have long throw on like a striker or center back build. I don't know if it'll have your guy go and take every single throw in or what. If it doesn't, that playstyle will be pretty useless on certain positions. It might just be best on like fullbacks or wingers because they take most of the throw ins. So that completes this video where we're learning and analyzing these new playstyles in EAFC 24. And they say here that goalkeeper specific playstyles are limited for EA Sports FC 24 and only available in Be a Goalkeeper modes. Outside of those modes, they only have CPU AI behavior effects similar to traits in the past. Goalkeepers can also have access to some outfield playstyles. So that's why I'm guessing they didn't go over goalkeeper playstyles in this article. So that's going to do it for this video, guys. Let me know what you think of it. And let me know what you think of this game in general and the playstyles and which ones you're liking, which ones you don't like. I would like to hear your opinion. Hit that like button on this video for me, and then don't forget to hit that subscribe button on my channel if you haven't already. As always, y'all have a great rest of y'all's day, and peace out.